As an exercise, we will use the Metasploit platform, or more precisely, one of its components called SET. Choose Exploration Tools. Then in the section Social Engineering Tools, you'll find the app. SET facilitates social engineering attacks. When you convince the user to start a program they get from you, you then have to send them the program. This seems to be the hardest part. Thanks to SET, this can be largely automatic. You have to make just a few clicks. By pressing 1, you choose Social Engineering Attacks. SET will help us create a malicious payload. We will use it to then send very personalized emails to specific people. Social Engineering Toolkit creates programs that establish a callback connection with a specific computer. When the addressee of the automatically generated email opens the message, it will start a program that will establish a connection with your computer. This, in turn, will give us remote access to the victim's computer with the same user privileges as the victim has. Choosing the third option from the list will generate a program that can be saved to a memory stick. The program has two obstacles to overcome. The first is an antivirus scanner running on a targeted computer. The firewall is the second. The network firewall is usually set to issue a warning in the case of any outgoing connection. Such warning messages are meaningless for the average user. It's as if they were saying, "Something's trying to interrupt you. Would you like to continue trying?" It's obvious that the user will choose an option that will ensure no more interruptions. Just in case, to conduct the attack, we will choose the first option provided by SET. That is, file format exploits. This will utilize a program already installed on the victim's computer. The program will establish a callback connection with us. After choosing an appropriate option, we have to type the public IP address of the computer which will be used to conduct the attack. This, of course, will not be the address of our computer, but of some public server which we've already gained control over. It must be a public IP address, otherwise the attack will be unsuccessful. We typed 100.100.100.100. This is, of course, a non-existent address. The next step is to select one of the payloads which is a functionality allowing us to establish a remote callback connection. You can choose from a list of errors pertaining to well-known programs such as the Adobe Suite, MS Office Suite, or you can choose a solution created by the authors of the SET framework. Let's choose option number 1. All this will result in a remote callback connection. It can be a TCP connection, that is a Windows command line, or Metasploit console, or other solutions presented in the picture. Option number 2 is usually preferred, but we will choose option number 1. Most likely, we managed to get past the firewall. We still need to beat the antivirus. Having convinced the victim to take our memory stick and to take a look at our exquisitely interesting pictures, we don't want an antivirus message to ruin our efforts. This could make the victim suspicious. We have to encrypt the payload so that the antivirus won't detect it. We can choose out of 16 encryption mechanisms. Let's choose number 16. Then we have to choose the port of the listener. The files are being generated. We will now start a program that will enable us to check the results of our work. Let's open the exploit directory in the pentest folder. In the set folder, a new directory autorun was created. Our payload is almost generated. We still have to choose the attack method. We will choose option 1, that is Windows Address Book. We will choose the default name OpenThis, and we will compress the file into a RAR archive. The autorun folder now has all the files we need to copy on the memory stick. Now you just have to give the memory stick to the victim. If you find a memory stick near a school, university, or a company, connecting it to your personal computer is not the best idea. It takes about 5 minutes to generate a malicious payload and to copy it on a memory stick. In the middle of 2010, such files were found on brand new memory sticks manufactured in China. If you plugged one into a computer, it started an autorun INT file containing a malicious payload. It was a wide-scale issue. The memory sticks couldn't have been infected with malicious files generated by the crew of the cargo ship by means we've just presented. It must have been done either at the factory where the memory sticks were manufactured or by one of the distributors. This shows that not every opportunity is as favorable as it may seem.